Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this will be part 2 of the install and setup of the new Awesomatix FSS servo mount. So I've got it installed. Um, so what I did was I went and compared some of my settings from before it was installed to after. So before, my servo had this BS Works spacer that was 6mm. So when we moved the servo forward, I had to take that off. And I was going to err on the side of putting the ball stud in the lower hole of this Sagami servo saver, which is the same as an X-ray. And that's 16.5mm ball stud height. And where I started at before all of this, the car was with the 17.5 ball stud height. My dual rate was 26 and 18, and that was with 92% dual rate. When I put the ball stud in the 16.5mm height with this move forward, it went from 26 to 8 and 18 to 21 and 15. And I tried to get that back up to 26 and 28 with raising the actual dual rate point, and I just didn't like what was going on. So I went ahead and put it in the upper hole, which is 19mm. So with the center point pretty much in the center, I had 26 and 17, which is close. We're going from 26 and 18 to 26 and 17. But that was with the dual rate now at 98%. So I moved the center point forward, and it was 26 and 18, which we've got back here, but it's at 98% dual rate versus 92. I went ahead and then moved the center point all the way back, and that gave me 26 and a half, 27 degrees, and 16. So I went ahead and put it pretty much, kind of in this range here, the 26 and 17, 26 and 18, with the 98 degrees. One interesting note. So when you, on the old center point, when you move the arm forward and back, you could tell that the bearing was off center. So you pretty much knew, you could walk up to somebody's car and go, okay, it's all the way forward, it's all the way back, it's in the middle. Well, with this new car, you can't see any of that. The slide's on the bottom, the bearing, the screw head stays center to the bearing. So what I did, zoom this in for you, I just took a fine Sharpie marker and I just, from the center of the screw head, I just put a mark. I don't know if you can see that. Put a mark right there on the top, the center point that slides forward and back. And then actually on the mount, I slid it all the way forward and put a notch on there, and then slid it all the way back and then put another notch on there. So that would give you some sort of an idea of where you're at. If you don't do any of that, there's no real way to figure out where you are. I'm curious to see what it's going to do on the track. I mean, I technically still have the same amount of steering and the differential between the inner and outer wheel. I also put the car on the scales because that moved this weight up 5 to 6mm. And I always run my car 50-50 and 50-50. It's still 50-50 and 50-50. So I'm curious to see what the benefits of this handling wise are. It's already pretty cool that you can change the belt without having to take all this off. But what it does on the track, I'm not sure. Another note, I did change, I've changed from the M12S to the M17. And I got this one-up Sanwa compatible receiver from the hobby shop, and it's got all 4 channels and the SSL channel, because I'm actually running the Sanwa Servo program, so you have to have it in the SSL channel. And it's this guy here. It's the 10106, and it runs $69.99 versus the R492 for $104.53. So we're gonna try that. Everything's set up okay on it. It bound really quick. I had no problems with any of it. So shout out to Randy Castor at OneUp. I'm curious to see if longevity wise, I don't expect any issues out of it, but it worked exactly the way it should and saved a ton of money. Other than that, the car is the same. So next time out, I will do some testing, and I will give you guys some feedback. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. If you got any ideas for future videos or anything you want to see, let me know that too. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for future content. And as always, we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.